Up it goes. The kicker is Cameron Lentour, a man to be watched out for. And not be coming from Centurion. East Rand picked the ball up and look to capitalize. It's Cameron the Roy machine. Tian Ramat slowing things down, consolidating for East Rand. Through the hands of Lentour. Centurion are on defense early on. When they received the ball from the kickoff, they would have hoped to have retained possession and been the first side to attack. Almost breaking down for East Rand. Fortunately, not a knock-on. Ramat sent was their inside center Nwediso. And Centurion have turned this one over, attacking the breakdown and chipped over the top immediately. There is a man in position for East Rand, so there should be no threat, but that's a perfect kick bouncing in field, and Cameron Lentour had to work hard. Leon Potgieter tidies it up and kicks into touch.
Tian Ramat just took his time to get that set piece, allowing Centurion to contest. And the East Rand United just not strong on the fringes from the get-go, but they'll have to look at that quite early in the game.
And it comes for Centurion. Setting a rolling maul that is very well done early, right perhaps, and they do not get momentum as a result. In the pocket, Eugene Cunha thought better of throwing the pass out the back of the hand. Very attacking position now, Centurion. The pass away was from Albert Bakker. Divan Nell thinks about right, sends it left to Stanley Twiname. Tackled on the advantage line. East Rand in over the ball, and penalty comes the way of Centurion.
You conceded the turnover, then White gained it back.
East Rand United would want to look at the sense of urgency, especially at contesting in those racks. Got his hands on the ball, just not quick enough, and that's where Centurion came in to counteract that.
With the first opportunity for points in this match, it is Stanley Twiname, product of Pretoria Boys High School, who also played for Tuks. Good clean strike from Twiname, and the first points of the match are on the board, courtesy of Centurion. Kick is launched from Cameron Lentour. They call him Libok. Let's see if he can show those kind of skills today, the number 15 for East Rand. Here he is again. Lentour with plenty of space to run into, and he plans to run. Lentour, beautiful pass to the outside, Leon Potgieter. Potgieter into the contact, and he's been completely dominated and taken into touch.
Potgieter just looked a bit undecided there. Had the inside channel, or inside opportunity rather, to play the ball, just held on to it, got to put into contact.
Eugene Cunha trying a trick play, perhaps it has really failed quite spectacularly, and Sean De Vet has tackled into touch off the turnover ball. So another opportunity for Cunha. SA under 19 in 2010. Cunha this time goes long, and it has fallen into the hands of Ramat. Wide it goes from Roy through the hands of Thompson. On the outside, it's Jackie Jonkers.
Jackie Yonkers, the utility back from East Rand United. Easy money with that try. Throw coming through from Centurion. East Rand United saw the opportunity in the far right with a man-over-man overlap. Tried to attempt the defense through Centurion, just Yonkers stepping right in and scoring that opening try for East Rand United.
The House of Pain has seen its first try of the day. 3 matches today, taking you all the way through to the evening. So do stay with your World of Champions for all the rugby action that you could require. The Roy machine prepares to take his first shot at goal. This should be quite challenging in terms of angle. Not too much to consider. A breeze. The kick is up, and Roy is unsuccessful with his first attempt. There's 2 points between the teams.
East Rand United saw that one-man overlap with the Yonkers on the far right side, standing alone, scoring the try for East Rand United.
The restart is up. This time it is from Ethan Benson.
Maul.
East Rand set a great maul there. Look at the depth they have on that, driving forward with plenty of support behind them, and they continue passing the ball back and moving it onwards. East Rand United are beyond the halfway line now, and an advantage is being played to them. They keep their feet and they move forward. They're going towards the 22 now. This is ferocious stuff, and eventually stopped by Centurion. East Rand with the advantage, a penalty advantage still being played. It's Ramat. Great defense on Buyisile Ngweniso. And we head back for the penalty. What a rolling maul.
Quite some time that I haven't seen such great distance covered by rolling maul, Paul. And you can see that East Rand United wants to earn the right to contest the Centurion forward pack, as they are quite solid and quite mobile. But look at that, driving it for over 30 meters. Was quite brilliant to see. Great leadership in that driving maul showed by Unreal Kutsia and Saki Klaas. Being
After all of that dominance, East Rand looked to capitalize on their field position. Cameron Roy. Roy, another great strike. That's straight through the sticks, and it's 8 points to 3. East Rand United have started this rugby match on the up. They're clearly given a shot of confidence after that victory against Impala. It's up again, well contested by Centurion and knocked back onto their side. And now with an opportunity to attack, and they Stanley to name. Turnover ball for East Rand. Centurion players look slightly confused, but Jackie Yonkers comes away with it. Ramat. Numbers to the left here for East Rand, and they do manage to use them, and now there's an opportunity. It's Waylon Thompson. Thompson gets the ball away to Potgieter. Potgieter, it's alive! It's alive and well! What a try!
Got it down first.
Paul, I must tell you, if you don't defend your fringes, East Rand United will expose you. Quick on the turnover. But we have to see if he might have jotted it on the line or not.
No control, Martin. Dotted down, but no control. Well, we won't be reviewing that decision, no TMO. to consider today, and that adds to the excitement of the game. And here's Cameron Roy. Roy! That is a magnificent kick. And Roy is smiling for good reason. What a start to this match.
Warms up, he doesn't stop. But this was one great try by Leon Potgieter. Managed to punt it down the stretch, picked it up and scored a try for East Rand United.
More spectacular kickoffs. And the responsibilities have been passed on to Ethan Wenzel, product of Centurion High School. That's a knock-on and an offside from East Rand. Sibongile and Jomba involved. What approach does Centurion take here? Well, they're not looking towards the posts, Martin, straight to the corner.
I think they'd like to match up with East Rand United and see if their forwards can build the same momentum against them. Just jumped up the ball, took his eye off it as he was anticipating the hit.
A rolling ball from Centurion. They peeled away from the first defensive pod, but they could not keep their feet. And they are inches out from the line. Good aggressive running, and yet another turnover for East Rand United.
Watch those pillars, they will expose you.
And East Rand have done that on this occasion, trying to make some space just outside their own try line, eventually turning it back for a clearance, which is a fly hack down the touchline. It's a quick throw in, and they are playing on Centurion, looking for gaps. And again, failure to control the ball at the breakdown for the team in white. And East Rand United always keen for the counter-attack. Do they have numbers enough here? It's Cameron Lentour. What a ball that is to the inside. And Leon Potgieter receives and goes to ground. Lentour in its scrum half, no knock there. Here's Roy. Numbers are approaching here for East Rand again. And Centurion are running out of them.
The synergy in this East Rand United side is quite incredible.
And Jomba sends it to Roy. Roy through the hands, and it's on the outside for Waylon Thompson. Tries galore, yes! Step it out, son. This is a celebration of rugby at Bosman Stadium.
Waylon Thompson, the big centre, represented Falco Youth Rugby, played some Currie Cup in 2014. Got his hands on that ball and opened his try for East Rand United. East Rand doing very well to play that ball from coast to coast, forcing Centurion to ball up in a nutshell, leave them with 2-man, 3-man overlaps on the sides, and finishing off with a brilliant try is Thompson.
And Roy with another opportunity for points. 20 points already on the board and not 14 minutes up on the clock. East Rand United are brimful of confidence. Over it goes from Cameron Roy, and the Roy machine keeps ticking over.
You have to give credit to that the pass that came from Saki Klaas. Brilliance from the passing it to Thompson, scoring his try for East Rand United.
Oh, the joy in the stands. It was already bubbling over before the first kickoff had even been completed. They love their rugby here at Bosman Stadium. Potgieter, he sends the ball away to Roy. That is a hefty kick downfield, kept infield by Albert Bakker, captain of Centurion. Bakker, he reckons he can make an impact down this right touchline. And the captain carries his team forward. Away by Divan now.
Paul, these forwards are going pounds for pounds, trying to earn that right to play that forward momentum and reach the challenge the backlines.
Divan Nell away to Twinane. And they move it again. Not the easiest numbers to read in the back of these Centurion boys. But they keep it moving, and Stephen Nell. Look at the defensive line of East Rand United. Just as they saw Centurion trying to load something up, they attacked that, and they attacked this breakdown as well. Look at the work of Waylon Thompson disrupting the ball for Centurion, and it's back on the East Rand side again. Peter Nguni of Falca Sevens is the receiver. That's slightly wrong. Tian Ramat holding the ball just a touch longer than he should have, and it's a forward pass, but the exhilaration of the first 15 minutes has been difficult to contain myself.
I see the eagerness of East Rand United when contesting at those rucks. They do want to force the turnovers, and Centurion seems to just be watching on the pillars, not securing the ball and getting it out. And just a forward pass coming from Tian Marat. But East Rand United is quite awake, quite responsive, and the change of pace when they get the ball in hand is just incredible.
5, 6, steady.
Free kick, Centurion. They have a mountain to climb now. They've allowed East Rand United to build up a hefty lead early on in this match. Strong running, but fighting to get himself to ground. And Centurion keeping things very tight. Divan Nell now sends it out.
No 12, release.
No clear release on this occasion, and referee Edwin Nell gives a penalty to Centurion. Oh, they could do with points, but they are trailing by many, Martin. What's your call here?
I think Centurion have another opportunity to kick it out and try their chance at the driving maul, which can be one good decision. They do have the forward packs, experience coming through. A lot of them coming through the Blue Bull ranks. Stefan Nell, Captain Albert Bakker, and great control from Tristan Slubbert. 6 years playing for this first team, and I know they can assist in driving it to that try line.
Centurion, their rolling maul has looked like a weapon they are keen to use, but East Rand United are thwarting it. That been stolen again. Wow, the turnovers continue to roll in, and now breaking down the line is Njomba. Oh, Njomba, the inside ball to Ramat. Feast your rise galore.
Paul, this may seem to be a warm-up match for these East Rand United players. The synergy between them, quite incredible. Look at this man. Jumba got a yellow card last week for slight infringements that he was been warned against, but just the pace that he has. Tian Ramat is cramping up, but still getting that try through.
Oh, 2 players down on the back of that ranging try. The first being Sibongile Njomba. They call him McCaw. I'm not sure Richie McCaw did too much of that kind of running, Martin.
But I must give credit to Tian Ramat. Skramov's basic job, Paul, is to be the link between the forwards and the back line. And he just gets that momentum going, rather. But looking at what they just did, Richard, quite incredible. We are in for a feast.
Cameron Roy. Yet another attempted post in the first half. We're yet to hit the 20-minute mark, and we have seen a feast of tries. It is up and over. Cameron Roy is clearly brought along his kicking boots today. Let's take one last look. The little dummy from Sibongila and Njomba. And they were in. It was just Tian Ramat to finish it off.
Njomba beating Blueprint. Quite incredible. Speaks great to his pace.
Oh, the confidence of this East Rand United team, it's a joy to behold. The youngster Ethan Wenzel launches it very deep, well marshaled by Cameron Lentour. And he sends it back upfield. Excellent touch finder, no support for Captain Albert Bakker to find. And this man is danger, Cameron Lentour. Tries last week. Centurion to feed. The lineouts have not been great for Centurion. They improved from their opening two, and now they are finding the jumpers. The set from East Rand United does appear to be coming slightly late on the odd occasion. But once more, they thwart the rolling wall. And Divanel has the chance to clear. He's waiting for a pot of forwards, and now that the forwards are in position, he feeds them. And Gavin Engelbrecht is working hard to clean.
This will be a great opportunity for Centurion just to play a bit deeper and maybe second channel, because Eastern United is contesting very hard in the forwards.
Paul Jacobs, they call him Buffel, off to Daniel Kutsia. Divanel clears. Bucker back into the fray. Looks the most positive of these Centurion players. With his knee on the ground, he must be released, and Divanel plays it to the right. But on defense and attack, East Rand United are looking sharper than their counterparts today. Cunha crossing the advantage line, and now they send it to the back line. Twaname moving it, and the ball is an absolute dream, cutting straight through the line. This is spectacular rugby.
Ethan Wenzel did very hard to suck in those three defenders, passing that ball on contact, releasing it to Ashwell Botha. But look at this young man, Ethan Wenzel releasing it to Ashwell Botha, scoring his try for Centurion.
Just another one of the 20-year-olds in this side. Kevin Osborne in the 13 jersey, 20. Ethan Wenzel in the 12-18. On the bench they have a 21-year-old in Jeremiah Fenter. Kick is up and over from Puname. And there is your try scorer, Ashwell Botha.
Look at that, did very well. Sucked in two of the defense players and released it to Botha, scoring for Centurion.
Lentour restarts the match following Centurion's first try, and what a try it was. We have in this first half with some outstanding rugby. Centurion looking to set things up again. Albert Bucker forward. This was very productive for them. It led to their try, dragging in some of the defenders from that East Rand United defensive line. What a kick. But getting there is Cameron Lentour. Lentour weighing things up, he decides to run, and he does have support. Oh, that is some deadly stepping. That's from the man that made the run earlier, Sibongile Njomba. And numbers on the left again for East Rand United. The Centurion defense is completely disjointed. Had to go that pass, but Roy is now in possession. He threw a speculator, and look, Centurion, that's irresponsible from Kevin Osborne. But he does take the pressure off of his team. Only briefly though, because they have only two defenders on that side of the field. The try here, should this man be beaten. Very well done on the cover, Centurion. They're scrambling to get back in position time after time, and Kolekile Bakumeni almost found some space. East Rand United are running rampant, and Centurion needs to establish a defensive line right now as Njomba takes it to them again. Attempted turnover for Centurion, but East Rand remain on the attack, and Lentour turns to the boot. Will it stay in field? No, it's gone too long.
Paul, is frustrating in club rugby when you're playing against such a team that's able to move the ball from the one side of the field to the other in such a quick pace. Centurion just seem a bit disjointed. They'll be defending on the right side, and when you look around, it's back on the left. Playing from coast to coast at the House of Pain, East Rand United, quite significant, quite brilliant.
Well, after the advantage, we have come back for a penalty to East Rand United, and they have turned to the posts. They're leading by 19 points, and in spite of this exciting start to the match which they've had, they are fully aware that they could at any time be reeled back in by Centurion. That is just the nature of club rugby, and we do appear, unfortunately, to have quite a serious injury on the field for an East Rand United player. It looks like it may be their captain, his jersey today, Jonathan Borter. This is Roy. Roy raises the flags once more. As a precision boot was Cameron Roy. And he keeps on racking up the points for East Rand United. 22 points now stand between the two sides, and we will stop the match briefly in order to attend to the injury, which is level. We have ensured that we have the best possible medical facilities on offer on the edge of the field of every match to ensure player safety. Coming onto the field for East Rand United in the 22 jersey is Dustin Lush from the Tux Academy and of the Volcano Union as well. Also making his way onto the field, Howard Tariweri, born in Zim in a place called Chivu. And of course, Zim Academy are a part of the Supersport Rugby Challenge this year. This is the first time that they've been included. Be surprised if Zim coaches continue looking for Zimbabwean players all over this nation and all over the world as they build towards their tilt for a 2023 World Cup place. Recent results for East Rand United, they really had a tough time thus far. They lost to Naka Bulls 30-49, lost to Northam 21-29, and they got their victory when they beat the Gold Cup champions Impala by 30 points to 22 last Sunday. And that sees them in 7th spot on the Volcano League. That's one place off the bottom, and they've got just 7 points to the 20 points that Tux, the number 1 side, has. There's some of the fans of East Rand United, and there goes their captain. Good luck to you, sir.
Seems to be a knee injury. Wishing you well, Jonathan Borter. There is.
He's just doing strapping, guys. We're going to continue. Now it's back on.
Looks distraught, does Mr. Borter, but he looks in decent order, all things considered. The restart is from Ethan Wenzel. He has a there's space, and the ball has been given off to Kolekile Bakumani. Bakumani lining up the final defender. The pop was not well advised. Really could have consolidated there, East Rand United. But the run was just scintillating from Bakumani.
Told you, Paul, about the change of pace. Where do you see such a man? Look at that pace. Better known as Bucky's. Played some of his rugby at Swallows. Long, wobbling and losing his feet. Just with the knock on with that pop. But what pace. Do you see that support play that Swallows have between them? Release the ball to your next player and stay by him to be ready for that try scoring. It seems scoring opportunity, Paul.
That it does, and that speaks to their attacking as well as the Centurion defense. But we'll see more of that shortly.
Fine. Set.
The second scrum of the match struggles to settle.
The East Rand United scrum was one of the winning points they had last week. You can see the work put in by the scrum coach, Mr. Lawrence Parker.
Not bad to have that kind of name on your books, is it? Springbok prop Lawrence Parker giving some scrum advice out.
Bind. Set. Wait.
Good powerful scrum from East Rand. Centurion get it out the back quite successfully. However, in the end, Stanley Twiname ends up kicking it into touch rather errantly.
Adjust, you lay tight.
Sean de Vet of Potchefstroom feeds this line out, and it is at the front to Bakumeni, but the interception from Cunha was perceptive.
Yeah, knock off from that. Scrum
Well,
of
no
line
call.
staan.
No, it is going to be a scrum or a line
Scrum
out
of line staan. Knock down into touch.
in favor of East Rand United.
Scrum. Sorry.
Yeah, ball. That could have been a successful move, but Eugene had his eyes on it.
Played 6 years of rugby league with Andries van der Merwe, the number 4 lock for East Rand United. You don't see a lot of rugby league going around in South Africa.
And you must add, Paul played the highest league. He played for the Rhinos, South African national squad.
The feed comes in from Dustin Losh. Chaos at scrum time. United, who retain a 22-point lead as we head towards the final 10 minutes of the first half.
Divanel just over eager to defend that ball, coming in offside to contest against Dustin Losh. Way offside there.
Die op die 5 meter. Op die 5 meter.
And Cameron Roy now calls out for the kicking tee. And he has been striking them clean, so why not? Very much consolidating after a frantic start to the match. They must have run themselves ragged as well, East Rand United, all the running they were doing. Cameron Roy continues to work like clockwork, and let's see if he can put another 3 points on the board. Roy, once more, strikes it like a dream. Another 3 points for the team in yellow.
Roy bends it like Beckham. But I must give it to East Rand United's defense line. Brilliant with the first time tackles, spot on with each and every one, frustrating Centurion. Now they have to play that ball from a more pressured point and not getting the clean set pieces out.
That will not go the 10 meters, it'll barely go 5.
Option.
We take a look at the tackle stats. Reasonably balanced. The Centurion have done well to bring themselves back into this match. For the first 15 to 20 minutes, they were letting it run away from them.
Veel beter, hè?
Great contest from these scrums. Hopefully East Rand United can work on the second shove. They did very well to beat Impala, the Gold Cup winners of 2019 last week, and like I said, one of their pro scrum. So now they just need to work on that second shove, Paul.
Bind. Set. Right.
Replacing Tian Romat is Dustin Lush. He's been on the field for some time now. Romat injuring himself after running in a try. Not a bad way to leave the field. Dustin Lush sends it to the outside. And Jackie Jonkers takes it in. That is heaved to the outside for East Rand United, and met in the midfield was Andries van der Merwe, who got the ball away, but Centurion have clearly been angered by the start that East Rand have had, and they're attacking the breakdown. Now a penalty is given against them.
Wat doen ons, man? Paula.
East Rand United ample time. About 8 minutes left in this half, and they just need to keep on adding points to that scoreboard. Big high tackle made on Saki Klaas by his counterpart Paul Jacobs.
Slightly short of the halfway line for Cameron. Problem. just the 2 steps on the approach. He launches it over. The man that played Vodacom Cup for Lions continues to smile in this first half and spread those smiles to the stands. How many points may we see in this match? 48. With less than 7 minutes to play in the first half. He gets it right again, this time Ethan Vence. They do, and now they're trapped behind their own advantage line. Can Centurion pile into this breakdown and make something of it? No, they can't. Lentor, he sends a speculator out wide. Oh, the rugby brain on this number 15 for East Rand United. It's a joy to watch. Formerly of Progress Rugby Club in George and Border Curry Cup as well.
Ball just traveling slightly forward, but he saw Jack waiting to get a shot at try line.
Backwards out the hands, Martin. Backwards out the hands, I reckon.
Just unfortunate that we don't review these on TMO.
And no TMO in place for this match. First of the morning. We have 2 more coming your way today. Do stay tuned to your World of Champions for a full day of rugby. Divan Nalf. It's talking that scrum, but East Rand United are not pushing them back equally on either side, and as a result, this time they do get a penalty against them.
Andril Kutsia's hips were up and not square. You can see how he was about to tilt the left shoulder. Straight look at his back, high arch on it. Scrambling straight, lost his spine. Penalty for.
And it comes from Centurion. What a chance to set a rolling maul now. They keep their feet, they set it up. Can they get low and start driving? Do they corkscrew away from here or just look to power through the East Rand team? It's Konya. Konya's in!
Well-deserved try by Eugene Konya. Paul just a bit worried if they can keep up this pace going into the second half. The rolling maul was set up, just not enough energy put into it. I didn't see that shoving, I'd say body momentum pulling through, just relying on strength. But Konya, effective on that try.
One thing I will say, Martin, is that East Rand have been quite keen to sack the rolling maul of Centurion. So the fact that they consolidated right there as they landed stopped the possibility of East Rand dragging it down. And then they got to test whether they had the strength to stop them.
Great expert analysis there, Paul.
To a name, he puts it high. Over it goes, and Centurion have 17 points on the board.
Centurion did well to get that static maul going forward, breaking through on the right side to score a try for Centurion.
Action-packed first half. 3 minutes left to play. Launches it deep. Oh, it's collected and then lost. And then collected again by Captain Albert Bakker, who will be utterly gutted by that piece of play. And has given East Rand United a big chance.
Lentor will look at to kick off right there at the same time, because the opening kick landed on the same man who wasn't able to catch the ball. And he had his eyes on it. There was no one in front of him. But work on that handling needs to be made.
Albert Bakker.
Crouch! Bind!
Sevens champion with the left is Albert Bakker, captain of Centurion. His knock on has led to the scrum, and this scrum may just lead to points for East Rand.
Ball's out. It's on the foot. It's on the foot.
It's off the foot, and Peter Mguni could not keep control. Centurion do well to escape the situation. Divan now. He is a hefty number 9, to say the very least. And a penalty
Number
comes
3
the way of
offside.
Centurion. Sweet relief.
Number 3. So, 1.5.
With less than 2 minutes to play, it will be Stanley Twaname. We'll be looking for the touchline.
Quite a bit on him there, Twaname. Getting the distance. Haven't seen much of their backline getting into action.
Middle.
Out wide. And I must say, Paul, they have a bit of a younger backline because they have been prone to injuries quite the season. But it's good to know that these youngsters also sticking up their hands and ready to perform.
They have grown into this match as it has gone on, and again they set their rolling maul. Jumping in the line-out is Albert Bakker, their captain. And at the back it should be Konya again. There he is, swimming up the side slightly is Howard Tariweri. And now Centurion do secure ball, Divan Nel. Nel again, out to Twaname, and they use their back line. It's Kevin Osborne. Kevin Osborne's cut them wide open, and he's heading in under the bar.
Kevin Osborne, the 20-year-old from Centurion, played some rugby for the bigger under-19s. Look at the line he's running. Twaname gave him that ball. He saw the space, straightened it, scoring his try under the post for Centurion.
The unpredictability of club rugby. Tries for the one team, tries for the other. You never know when a team's going to run out of steam. And let's hope that East Rand United, for their sake, haven't run out of it here. They lead rather by 16 points. And it should be now 14 points by which they lead as Stanley Twaname does convert that try. It appeared that it was in time for the final hooter, but the final hooter does go, Martin, and come. Centurion in third position on 15 points, kicking off. They trail to East Rand United, who are in 7th position with 7 points on the log. Working hard there, Howard Tarwirei. And here's Roy. Roy throws that pass, just evading the Centurion defender. And East Rand almost straight onto the attack. Losing his feet on the outside is Waylon Thompson. Sizable scrum off Dustin Lush on to replace the injured Tian Romat, who pulled up as he scored his try. Roy to the line again. Doubling round is Cameron Lentour, and he sends it wide to Jackie Jonkers. Jonkers is well marshaled. A superb tackle really from Gavin Pienaar, who they call the bulldozer. That was a very pass into the center for East Rand, and Centurion attempting to attack the breakdown, working it left to right as they've done all half long. And Martin, you brought to my attention the fact that the right wing for Centurion is no regular winger, Louis Prinsloo.
Regular winger at all, weighing in at 117 kgs. I think that's what made it easier for Sibongile and John, but just to run around him. Quite a heavy unit on wing. I'd rather maybe put him on outside center to bash up the ball.
I'm thinking flank, Martin. I'm thinking flank. Into the lineup for Eugene Cunha. Spent his youth rugby with the Bulls franchise. And Centurion again, as they try to set the rolling maul going, it gets sacked by East Rand United. They managed to work again this half, and they scored a try on the back of it.
Okay, clear release, goal.
And they'll be desperate to get the rolling maul right in this half. You can be sure of that. Stefan Nal.
Centurion also coming in shallow running with that ball. They won't get much distance from it.
These pods of forwards that they use to set it up, and East Rand have eventually committed enough numbers, and they send it wide with Twaname. Wide it goes again to Kevin Osborne, and Osborne off to the bulldozer, Gavin Pienaar. Gavin Pienaar around the outside, and he has been flattened by Waylon Thompson.
Saw the opportunity on the space with the bulldozer, anticipating that ball. Waylon Thompson just flattening him out. Great tackle into
couple of seriously heavy backline players for both sides. Dummy jump at the front. It's from Bucky's Kolekila Bakumeni. Field for East Rand. Send it back to Roy, the ever dependable, the clinical. Cameron Roy puts it into touch. Cunha.
Hold it in.
The lineouts have improved exponentially from the first two, which went horribly wrong. One of those led to a try for East. And between these two sides, it will be interesting to see if both sides are more conservative in this half. Right now, the rolling ball for Centurion is going, and they need to start moving forward with more urgency. Not enough East Rand United players in to defend this, but Centurion are not putting their backs into it often enough when it comes to this maul. Presented to scrum off Divanel, and then here. Centurion retaining possession far more impressively than they did at the start of the first half. Tonaim back into his captain, Bakr.
No one.
There to clear Etienne Matthijs, doing his articles in accounting at Tux. Taking it to the line is the youngster Ethan Bensel.
No.
Divanel to Cunha. Conservative play from Centurion. And one of the major effects is that it's keeping the ball out of East Rand United hands. They almost secured a turnover on that occasion. Once more men over the ball. Well inside the 22-meter line of East Rand United now. The numbers are lined up to the right, but they're marked up as well.
Playing ball on each side, number 2, number
now
20.
An advantage comes the way of Centurion, and Divan now looks for options to the left. Moving forward still, Centurion, they're bearing down on the line of East Rand United now.
The advantage offside.
Panel, and it is broken down.
Offside.
There's that big winger, Louis Prinsloo from Middelburg we were speaking of. Now to the line of Centurion, and they've scored. Wearing down East Rand United, movement by movement.
5 minutes into the East Rand United defense, looking a bit thin there, Paul. Now they're struggling with their first-time tackles, which was one thing they kept holding up in the first half. They need to look at that. Centurion pouncing and not letting go of those opportunities. And the try coming through for Ethan Wenzel. Centurion can sense that East Rand United might be a bit tired. I'm a bit worried if they can keep it up for the rest of the 35 minutes that are waiting. But Centurion will definitely look into contesting and running with a mobile pack forwards.
To Stanley Twiname with what is a very important kick in the context of the match. It'll bring them to within 7 points of East Rand United should he be successful. Twiname puts it up. And well, this could turn out to be the difference between the two sides. The kicking boot of Cameron Roy has been faultless. Now Stanley Twiname unable to convert that try. Let's take one last look at how it's the big outside center. Stepping up for his team and goes on. The youngster, just 20 years old, perhaps growing into his confidence, he has these East Rand United defenders troubled. The restart is from Cameron Lentour. This is right by the touchline, perfectly measured. Trying to watch it into touch was Etienne Matthijs. Oh, he continues to pull out the goods, Cameron Lentour.
To detail with that kick is Nantua. Hopefully they'll be able to contest this ball successfully and fight.
And line out. Centurion have really sorted out those problems. What a pleasure it must be. Cunha fed, and that clearance is from Stanley Twiname. fair bit of distance. In it comes from Jackie Jonkers, and this is Cameron Lentour. And Lentour with a speculative kick for Buerta, the exciting youngster with already a try to his name today. Back for this as well. And Thompson under pressure. He uses his size and his power to move forward. Excellent stuff from the number 13.
Waylon Thompson looking at it if he was dusting a fly off his top.
And he popped back on Centurion's side right now, Martin.
A bit of a hard hit from Buerta. I just hope that he is okay, not seriously injured. A bit dazzled, but he's up on his feet.
Now the size of Waylon Thompson coming into play. Both number 13s really have some girth on them. And Kevin Osborne's got 2 tries to his name as well. This is Cameron Lentour. Oh, this is Waylon Thompson.
Go and brush your shoulders off, son.
Get that dirt off your shoulder and eat to defeat the lineout. Oh, in there to compete. Where Centurion, it has come onto the East Rand United side, and the Dustin Lush, the big scrum half, takes them forward just outside the 22 of Centurion, disrupting that breakdown. Roy out to Lentour. That was a good ball, but when he saw, could not collect. No thoughts of running the ball for Divan Nell. He sees enormous spaces in the East Rand United defensive lines on the outside, and he kicks to touch like a professional.
Middle.
And there's Divan. Large scrum off. He's got another lot of large scrum off playing against them in Dustin Lush. And Martin, I believe that we would be reneging on our duties if we did not mention that one of the players in Centurion today, the number 5, Stefan Nel, he's from Swartkop, but more importantly, he is a snail farmer. Not too many of those going around.
He's been quite active in those loose plays, contesting for that ball. No snail pace on him at all.
None at all. There's the snail man on the touchlines. We wish you well, Stefan Nel. Shoulder vet to feed to the back this time. East Rand United, now Centurion are taking care of their lineouts too. It's Rohan Stroh. He's been with Centurion since 20. Rising high to steal that lineout. It'll be an inspirational play for Centurion, who continue to play it physical against East Rand in the second half. An advantage coming their way as well. What a turnaround we have. Bjorn Bezuidenhout. We'll get to his story shortly, and what a story he has. His father's on the touchline and his brother is also on the bench. Penalty is what we'll go back for, courtesy of Edwin Nell, our referee.
Number 2.
It's option time for Centurion, but they must go for the corner.
Eastern United starting to rake up on those penalties they're conceding. Struggling with the first-time tackles, contesting high, contesting loose. They need to brush up on that. That's one thing that kept them solid in the first half. They can't lose that now.
There may be a chance that East Rand United is running out of steam here, Martin. They ragged in the first half, and now Centurion are looking the more organized side. Cunha, they're going to the back. Rising high to receive is Rohan Stroh, the experienced one. Cunha's in the back of this rolling maul again. He's got it in the trunk. He's over the line for the try. Cunha gets another.
Cunha, the navigator, represented South Africa in 2019 in the 2009 under 19s, blue balls from the under 19 structures to 21s. But quite some stature into this man. Cunha, the navigator, get his ball, his hands on the ball, driving that maul.
Rolling all defense leaves. That is the shot of the day.
Welcome in Brakpan.
Oh, yeah. Wearing the Lions jersey, the superhero jersey as well. What a great day, what a great year of rugby it is in South Africa this year. This is 2019, and in case you've forgotten, there's a Rugby World Cup coming your way later on this year. Never mind the Rugby Championship, which will follow Super Rugby, Supersport Rugby Challenge. Keep it locked to your world of champions. This is Stanley Twename. This time he gets it right. And what does that take us to? It's a 2-point game here. With so much time left to play in the second half, the seesaw battle continues.
East Rand United and Centurion defense lines seem to have trade places. Very thin in the second half. Have to bind a bit better, get much closer to each other, and maybe brush up on that communication to close up those open channels.
Lentour once more. Another impressive kickoff, causing some indecision in the Centurion side. And fighting hard to get to ground is their captain, Albert Bakker. He's been hard at work on the kick receipt today. They played it too close to the touchline. East Rand United are going to throw it in quickly now.
Bounced, 2 from each side.
Fair enough call from referee Edwin now. However, it's taken away from our potential excitement.
Is he middle?
Oh, Martin, what do you say? Does East Rand have it in them to rise back into this match?
I see 2 options here. Maybe dummy running will be done by Kolekile Bakumeni, but rather Lentour awaiting his opportunity.
And that pass has gone astray over the head of Cameron Roy, and Waylon Thompson has to work hard to tidy things up. Here's Roy taking it to the line himself. It's a good head on his shoulders, there's Cameron Roy. Here's Dustin Losh. Tackled by Tarwi Ray. Advancing it now. Away by Sean de Wet. Keeping it moving with Andries van der Merwe, and into the back line, Waylon Thompson. Centurion will be desperate to hold on here and make sure that they don't concede points again immediately after scoring. Muscling up with Sean de Wet.
Near 15 los. What?
Dustin Lush sticking in there. Roy sends it wide, and that's brilliant stuff from Lentour. He's been unleashed on the outside. Oh, the defense from Centurion scrambling after they were beaten with the overlap.
No, goal, leave it.
Getting the space for his teammates.
Got advantage for knock on.
Centurion now in possession.
Roll away.
Playing it blind. This is interesting approach, this from Centurion. They seem to be far more effective when they were clearing their lines, relying on the boot of Stanley Twename, and here he is to launch this ball upfield. A hefty kick which leaves no option for the quick throw in and brings relief to his side. And this match remains in the balance now as we head towards the final 20 minutes.
Centurion seem to have brushed up on those pillar defenses, being able to hold the attacking and defending from East Rand United. Being able to play more from a vantage point and allowing Twename to make a better kicking decision.
Sean de Wet of the Centurion side. Waylon Thompson, the ball is spectacular, and it's away to Ngweniso. Ngweniso unable to control. He hadn't had something that the Waylon Thompson has had, but he looks to have all the skills. Does Vuyisile Ngweniso, born in Williamstown, and he spent 4 years already with East Rand United.
Ngweniso just not being able to keep his hands on that ball. Brilliant drawing of defense by Thompson and releasing Ngweniso.
Well, down with the injury, Vuyisile Ngweniso, right? But remember that this is not the end of your rugby action today.
Okay,
You've already had a fascinating rugby weekend. It starts on 2 on a Friday morning and then all through Saturday. And today we have 3 matches for you coming from Bosman Stadium. starting with this one, this club match, and then moving on to the Lions playing the Bulls in a Trans-Yukske derby here in the Supersport Rugby Challenge. And the final match of the day is the home side Falca welcoming the Griffins.
Cross. Bind. Set. Yeah.
Divan Null to feed. Moving forward, Divan Null. The scrum in front of Divan Null, rather, and now line Ethan Wenzel trying to get the footwork going. East Rand United in over the ball.
Leave at 20.
And yes, they've gone too far. He was called off the ball.
Number 20.
And number 20 is Howard Tabawirei.
Off your feet.
Oh, the shoulder slumping. All we saw from him in the first half was wide smiles, knocking over kicks, initiating running plays. That has not been the case here in the second half, as Twaneim finds a solid touch.
Tackle made by Roy. He was well in
15 and
contest.
3, stop.
Support coming in from
15 and 3. Small adjust, will do stops.
Tabawirei,
Say, son.
just losing his feet in that contest.
Okay.
Cunha feeds the line out, and it's Albert Bucker, the reliable captain of Centurion, who takes it down. East Rand United have disrupted that rolling maul, but illegally so, and they will advance the ball again, surely with another kick to the corner. And Centurion are looking like the side more likely to win this match all of a sudden, when it was East opening 3 or 4 tries.
It was 4 tries scored in the first 30 minutes of this match. I must say, Paul, the unraveling defense quite lost between those players. It seems like when they do not have much control of the defense also gets a knock a bit.
Thumbs off. Too many guys on the field, guys.
Oh, that's not one you hear every day. There's an extra player on the field for Centurion.
Yeah.
Or is there? No,
Time's back on.
everything is fine. Cunha feeds, no jump this time from Centurion, and it's not the best time for them to mess up the line out, which has looked so good that game. And they must start down behind the line. What just happened, Martin? Wow, they have really made a hash of that.
That was so loose, so scrappy. Not the best day for Vuyisile Ngweniso. Didn't seem like he was expecting that ball. Quite out of position as well.
Substitution.
Pass from Andis van der Merwe just came also behind him,
Number 7.
being able to reach for it in Ngweniso.
Powering his way onto the field there is Charles John Pale. Call him CJ. He's got a Limpopo history.
Played for the South African Air Force as well.
Always fear men that
Hard men, hard knocks, hard hits.
Bind. Set.
pivotal scrum. Divanel feeds and Centurion are dominating. They can keep this in and keep it in. This one right over the line, are they? No, out the back comes Daniel Kutsia.
Well-deserved try by Centurion. First we had a contest of scrums between the two packs, but Centurion starting to dominate in this half. Easy try scored by Daniel Kutsia.
Well, part of that scrum was Vian Besaidnout, 20 years old. He's part of the Blue Bulls youth, and on the touchlines he represented South Africa at the 2003 Rugby World Cup. Another Besaidnout in the squad, Vian Besaidnout's brother, Christy Besaidnout Jr., son of Christy Besaidnout, who's sitting on the bench as well in the 18 jersey. So just wonderful to see such a rugby family making their presence felt at one club. Twaneim knocks it over easily, and it's 43 points to 38.
Israel allowing Centurion to run away with it. Not contesting hard enough in that scrum, and the try coming in for Daniel Kutsia.
On the feet. Straight. Number 12's up.
Israel United's shoulders looking to drop the moral a bit down, but they have to put it out to themselves to get the momentum back. Lentour yet to show us more of his magic.
Onto the field, Ruan Venter in the 23, Falca 7's representative. Altonaim continues knocking this ball long and giving security to Centurion. The first half was all about Cameron Roy, the second half is about his opposite number.
It'll be a long day for Israel United, now forced to turn around and defend and run back to the... But Altonaim just exposing those opportunities for Centurion.
Sean de Beer taking his time. Less than 18 minutes to play. Another stolen line out for Centurion. This man has come onto the field and made an almighty impact. Ruhan Stroh. Ivan Nel. Powerful number 9 to Trinaim. Now on the short ball to the double try scorer Kevin Osborne. It does not work out, and East Rand United have a chance to find themselves here in the second half again. All of that enterprise from the first 40 seems to have gone from them. Heads in the midfield, but it's dealt with. Is that Ruan Venter off the bench?
Okay, tackle. Get away, right, roll.
Taken to school there, Paul.
Roll.
And now, clearing from base is Dustin Lush. Wide they go, there's chances. Lentour challenges them. What a ball that is to Bakumani. Bakumani gets it out. For East Rand United, and it's Leon Potgieter in again.
Down but not out, East Rand United coming with their own brilliance. Lentour, the magic, the vision, such brilliance, immaculate play. Leon Potgieter getting his second try for this match. But look at the change of pace again when Kolekile great initiative and then giving it to Potgieter, scoring his second try for United.
When they run it like that, they look utterly unbeatable. But the defense would suggest that they are utterly beatable. Now the scoreline stands at 43 points apiece. Crucial kick. Oh, Lentour unable to convert. Is Cameron Roy down getting treatment? Yes, he is. He was getting treatment to his ankle. Cameron Roy, the clockwork kicker for East Rand United. Let's take one last look. And here is Cameron Lentour. Those kind of side steps are born in King Williamstown. And wide it goes from Bakumani out on Potgieter, the UJ boy, rounding off with a try. Also an Eegheer.
But the vision in Lentour to expose them into allowing that to the one side and then straightening it up. And Bakumani with that support play, quite brilliant.
He likes to run free. Up it goes from Ethan Wenzel. Another towering kick from Wenzel. This time no pressure from Centurion. And this Strand United willing to run it from their own try line. And boy, oh boy, they are. Ruan Venter gets it out, and here is Waylon Thompson. Centurion defenders now getting back into position, but in defense they are dragging it back. Offside, so many of them. Cunha looks like he's out on his feet as well. Now Lentour, Lentour almost got through, and then the stray hand and a penalty to East Rand United. Is this match swinging back to East Rand again?
East Rand United knocking on that opportunity. Lentour, just that salsa.
Now hold on a second, is that Cameron Roy who's gone down? And they've just pointed to the posts. So it's going to be Cameron Lentour, the one we'd assume is going to take this kick, Martin. It doesn't look like the simplest kick in the world as well.
That 45, 44 meters out. Can Lentour getting over?
There are a number of big players in either back line today, and this man is not one of them. Cameron Lentour. Size is not his strength, but his strength is certainly in his feet. He has been stepping them ragged today. And the decisions that he makes as well with ball in hand create opportunities for his teammates. He has an opportunity here to take the lead. It looks like a clean hit. It's over the bar. 46 points to 43. Time is now ticking away for Centurion, but it's just a 3-point game. And Cameron Roy rises up again in the center of the field to continue playing.
Paul, this is the East Rand United I know. The sense of urgency seems to be back. I might think that we might have a great 14 minutes of rugby left in this game.
Now with a man down there on the touchline, Centurion play on. It has been spilled by Peter Mguni. And Centurion are right onto that, playing under an advantage now. While Centurion, can they consolidate here and take the lead back immediately? East Rand United just pulling off a coach-killing play, and Alvandre Maad will be on the touchline pulling his hair out. Centurion play to the right this time. Here's Twanane.
No!
The presentation is excellent. East Rand United are contesting. It's a penalty to Centurion. The tap and go is the call. Picking up, and it's Cunha again. Cunha corkscrewing and now setting. He goes down before the line and sets another ruck. Twanane with the dummy to the outside. Fine tackle from Kolekile Bakumeni. In the confusion, looking for a break. That's Christo Bezuidenhout. Keeping it tight again and again, Centurion. They're not really spreading numbers out to either side. Now holding up in the challenge is the possibility. Getting over the line here, Centurion. And Centurion end up getting the try. Incredible industry from this side, and they come up with the goods in the end. And the number on the back is Vian Bezuidenhout. And his father will be going wild on the touchlines. Forwards coach Christo Bezuidenhout, and his brother Christo Bezuidenhout is also on the field with him right now. It's a family affair.
Great attempt, great pace and determination by Vian Bezuidenhout. He was part of that Blue Bulls under 19 Currie Cup squad that won the final about 2 years ago. What determination by this young man. Kept on pouncing forward and getting his try for Centurion.
So this kick should take the scoreline to 50 points to 46, leaving a 4-point gap between the two sides. And we will have 11 minutes left to play, less than that, once it is completed. Here's Twanane. Over it goes. It's 50 points to 46. It's a 96-point match we have here, and we've got 10 minutes left to play just about.
The forwards have been working hard in this half of the Centurion. You have Eugene Cunha has been putting quite the amount of work with Johannes Ras, but just the activity coming in from Vian Bezuidenhout, scoring his try for Centurion.
Just 20 years old, Vian Bezuidenhout, so there's plenty ahead of him. Up it goes from Cameron Lentour. He has the measure on these restarts, that's for sure. And Etienne Matthys does well to take it and keep in field. East Rand United looking for the turnover. Was not executed. Ivan Nell. Waiting for ground, Centurion. Divan Nell works it to the left this time. Well, they have numbers, they have no space. Constant calls of holding from either side. Divan Nell gets it out again. She tries scorer, Vian Bezuidenhout. Driving in the maul there, Jeremiah Fenter, but a maul has been called, and East Rand United will be piling in around this ball, trying to hold it up, and yes they do. We're in the final 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a real rugby match on our hands here. 50 points to 26. 7 tries to 5. Centurion having scored the 7 tries. East Rand United having scored 5. And it really is the boot of Cameron Roy that has kept them close.
Both Bezuidenhout are onto the side of Centurion, with Christo coming in for Johannes Ras. This can be quite the potential and quite the form of momentum they were building. Two strong scrummers coming in to replace.
Cameron Roy makes his way from the field. That's a big blow in the final 10 minutes for East Rand United. There's that enormous winger of Centurion, Louis Prinsloo. Number 3 was just down with an injury, Saki Klaas, who's played for East London Police, for Swallows, for Boksburg, and for East Rand United. He's 39 years of age, and that is the spirit of club rugby in your screen right there on the near side. Saki Klaas, congratulations, sir.
Bit too far. Yeah, bit too far. Coming in order. Let's get a bit closer.
He says he still has about 3 years of rugby left in him, but looking how he has been performing part of the action, I'll give him a bit. Maybe 10 left.
In the front row, you can go for a long time.
Getting closer, one. Closer. Crouch! Bind! Set!
The Zayden brothers for Centurion, driving East Rand United back. Wonderful ball that was from Cameron Lentour, but Waylon Thompson just could not hold on to it.
No more white.
Centurion trying to attack that breakdown, but East Rand United scramble admirably. They cannot afford any mistakes, East Rand, and an offside is the call. Edward Nell extends his arm and a penalty comes the way of the side and gold.
Centurion so eager to get the ball on the hands, just letting the discipline get the better of them. Offside and just rushing that defense.
Well, Cameron Roy left the field, and the plan to replace him is Cameron Lentour in the 15 jersey, and what a capable replacement he is. He has slotted into this number 10 role with aplomb already. It looks like he's ready to run this back line. And if this back line does start running, watch out. Sean de Wet. That did not go in straight, so to speak, and then a knock on. Perhaps no, backwards it goes. We're going to play on. Wide it comes from Waylon Thompson, and it's been knocked on by Rowan Venter in the midfield. Here's Tivan Nell. East Rand United fighting for all their worth, but we will pack down a scrum. A scrum battle in which it looks like Centurion are beginning to gain the upper hand. Knocking the ball on there was Rowan Venter.
Ron Venter just took his eyes off the ball with anticipation of Daniel Kutsia maybe coming to get the hit on defense.
6 meter, plus me 6.
This man played for Volcano Sevens for quite some years.
We have an injury to a Centurion player. With 7 minutes left to play in this match, these players must be out on their feet. Konya in particular, you've seen Konya, he's looked tired since the first half. And he's just continued giving it his all, and he scored 2 tries. The lineups have been sorted out for Centurion. He's had a fantastic match. Although he's off the field now, pardon me, and Jeremiah Venter, the 21-year-old from Kroonstad, is packing down at hooker.
Okay, Paul, 7 minutes left of this game. East Rand United needs to fix or work up on their scrums, contest a bit better to get the clean ball and executions out to Lentour and team.
Bind! Set!
Secondly, Centurion needs to get those set pieces also much cleaner. They do get the ball out, but not quick enough and making the running the ball at the wrong channel.
Up it goes from Stanley to Name. There to cover it was Jackie Jonker as he lets it bounce and bounce again and bounce again and again and again. Not exactly what the coaches order, and Jonker is now looking to take on defenders.
Anisha lost him on.
Centurion. Now Cameron Lentour. And that's up to Howard Tarwi Ray. Trying to work the numbers on the outside, and now it's Ron Venter. Venter does get around the man, and he gets off the last pass. Dropping the hammer, ask no questions here, no lies. Leon Potgieter's in for the try.
What a moment of brilliance. What a moment of brilliance by Leon Potgieter.
Cameron Lentour knocks it over the bar. There's the hero.
Look at this. One-man overlap, breaking that tackle. Sheer determination. He knew he had the onus on him to score this try for United. Third try of the day, getting his hat-trick is Potgieter.
What a performance from the number 11. And Centurion have all the work to do again. The man chasing him last was the 19-year-old Quinton Fincham in the 21. Underneath that ball to receive it fearlessly is Howard Tarwire. East Rand United set the rack. We're in the final 5 minutes, and Lentour, he is having a whale of a time at fly half. He's kicked that ball into space. The bounce is favorable for Centurion. And they must run the ball now. Time is not on their side. He's cut them wide open, Ethan Wenzel. Wenzel throws the pass to the inside. Is that called deliberate? It is called deliberate. Looked like it may have been in the tackle. Deliberate is the call. Ethan Wenzel, where have you been all day?
No, that was a smart tackle made by Dustin Losh. It was a bit deliberate, but you know, it was part of the tackle movement.
Not a lot of time for his injured teammate standing to a name. He shouldered him out the way, and on he goes. There's the perpetrator of the penalty, Dustin Lush.
Polegile Bakumeni just allowed this young man, Ethan Wenzel, to pass through him. He should have made a better effort in defending that line. More than 20 meters made in that run, applying unnecessary pressure on themselves as East Rand United.
Big pressure on Jeremiah Fenter, just a young man feeding this line out, and he finds the fingertips of Albert Bucker. They set the rolling maul. No sack this time from East Rand United. This could be danger. They need to get low and start moving forward. Referee Edwin Null has shown that he is willing to let them work there and see if they can get the forward momentum. Forward momentum is what they now have. Well offside by Saki Klaas. It might have been the right thing to do because it's brought an end to the run, but they'll probably have to face another should Centurion not find themselves away over the try line here. Quinton Fincham, 19-year-old scrum half from Falca Youth System, is running the show now from the halfback position. The pick and go around the corner. East Rand United, do they have the power to stop them? The answer is no. It's a clash of styles here in Brakpan, and Centurion are taking the lead again.
Vihan Besaidenout getting his second try for Centurion. He has come in and brought in quite the momentum in those scrums, bashing through the East Rand United defense. Score his second try for Centurion.
2 minutes left to play. You can bet your bottom dollar that Stanley Twaname will take every possible second that he can with this kick, but that will still leave one last chance, Martin, for East Rand United to launch the kickoff and get back into this match. We've seen that Cameron Lentour launches some outstanding kicks.
Paul, they have to be disappointed in themselves, East Rand United. They let go of that anticipation, or let go of that rush defense, rushing and actually executing their set pieces, and that has caused them to be in this position.
Let's take a look at the sheer power of Vihan Besaidenout, which came in here, and there's the number 17 working his way to the try line, similarly to the way that he got over the last time.
Strength in this young man, beating 4 defenders, driving through them to score that try.
That kick was slightly too long from Lentour to be contestable, and Albert Bucker has taken it in and taken Centurion over the 22-meter line. We're in the final minute of the match, busting right up the center. Centurion finally finding some space to run, and it's Gavin Engelbrecht. They set the ruck East Rand in. Have they kept their feet? The possibility of a turnover ball here. Yes, there is. Dustin Lush. It's away from Lentour. No, well, there's trouble here in the midfield. The chip over the top, and he's going. The bounce is all that matters. And he's missed out on it. The rugby gods did not smile down. And that move comes to an end. The Centurion now looking to consolidate. Just 20 seconds left to play. Oh, the sheer power. Driving forward over the 22-meter line. That time it is Christy Besaidenout.
Okay, release him now. No,
Jeremiah
22
Fenter. I think we just heard the final hooter blast in the background. East Rand United over the ball, and that's it. 22. That's all she wrote. 100 and 10 points scored in this match here today. And that should be the end of the scoring. I think I just saw Dustin Lush, the number 22, calling for a TMO decision from Edwin Null, but there's no TMO for this match. Tap, booted into touch, and it is Stanley Twaname that brings an end to this match, appropriately so.